Hello, my friend Sam here. So I thought I would bring out all of my devices, all of my little testing tools. This is a trainer, and so this shows how fast you can lose a liter of blood. It's not that everybody is going to bleed out this fast, but that height gives a blood pressure that's physiologic. It also shows that simple pressure can stop the flow. So the issue is not blood pressure, the issue is the surrounding meat. That's what tourniquets have to overcome. So that was pretty fast. That was less than 30 seconds. If you lose 2 liters of blood, it's hard to save you. So going through these other devices, I made this a few years ago. What this teaches is that the circumference really matters a lot. So I put tourniquets around here, squeeze tight. If I go around one bag, I can hit much higher pressures than 2, 3, or 4 bags. And what I can also do is remove fluid in small increments, 20, 40, 60 milliliters of water at a time. And you can see from this that elastic maintains pressure better than inelastic. It also has shown me just how much pressure I can get when I use 2 blood pressure cuffs. This manometer has helped me to understand how much tourniquet width matters as well. So I know people strongly lean towards wide tourniquets because they are more likely to lead to occlusion. But what's also interesting is narrow tourniquets will generate higher pressures. So it's sort of a mixed bag. I lean towards wider because I like causing less tissue destruction. But if you want to hit higher pressures, then 1-inch tourniquets will generate higher pressure than 1.5 or 2-inch. Well, unfortunately, I forgot to mention tourniquet decrement. That's what this shows here. So if you apply a tourniquet over 15 minutes, you can watch the pressure drop pretty drastically. Another thing that I made was this. This is a giant hunk of 0020 silicone. And what I can do here is squeeze the bottom, that's one circumference, or the middle, or the top. I set the size of this based on the ANSI criteria. So they want tourniquets to work up to 33 inches in circumference, roughly 84 centimeters. And just from cranking this down, like you can see, it's wishful. I do not think that any of the favorite ANSI tourniquets will stop flow reliably in a thigh that large. And the rest of this device, so that these are all basically powered by gravity. 150 centimeters of water is roughly physiologic pressure. So I had 3 different tubes running through here. This also shows superficial vessels close off first, then middle depth, and then the deepest. Another thing that I did similar is this, and basically this device here does a better job than that one. It's not conical anymore. I've made a variety of different thigh cross sections with different durometers too. This has a 0030 durometer. This is 0050 for the muscles. This is a larger circumference. And what I can do is I run fluid through. And once again, this shows that the depth of the artery matters quite a lot. It also shows that the orientation of your tourniquet matters quite a bit. So if I put the cinch directly over the superficial vessel, has a better chance of actually closing it off. And a lot of this comes from my observations with this. These are the silicone tourniquet trainers, and people have taken interest in these because they just show how the vessels seem to close off. I added some tubing to one of them here as well, so that's a way to show how fluid passes through. So when I open up these valves, you can see how it goes through, and the higher up it is, the more pressure you have, and the faster it goes. So one very interesting thing to me, so of all of the different tourniquets that I have, the one that hits the highest pressure is the Esmark tourniquet from the 1800s. And you might think, why would I'm interested in you knowing about Schlichmann pressure wraps. I also want you to know what I have learned along the way. This is still my favorite device for me. I'm not saying you have to buy these and get rid of all of your tourniquets, but to me, this is 1 ounce. It's in my pocket. It'll stop flow in my leg and the limbs of my family members. I'm not a soldier. I'm not on the battlefield. You choose the tourniquet that works best for you. What I'd recommend is test it on your own leg though. So crank it down on your leg. And mind you, you are choosing a tourniquet based on the mechanism and the speed that you can deploy it on a limb. If you're choosing it based on pressure or the ability to occlude flow only, this is the best that I've found. Well, hopefully that is mildly interesting. I know this is crazy, but it's what I do. Bye.